What is this, Ivan? 0 out of 5.
I mean, it's calculus. I don't need this for any real life job.
0 out of 5. That means you couldn't even get 1 right.
When am I going to use this in my real life job?
That doesn't matter. That shouldn't matter to you, Ivan. All that matters is passing the class.
Okay, well, it's a dumb class no one needs, okay? I'm not going
Don't walk
to waste
away
my
from
time.
Here. This needs to be settled, Ivan. Where are you going? Gotta do something about that boy. It's been great.
How's the divorce?
Well, she took everything I had. It's been messy. She's taken everything I got, really. I mean, I'm sleeping on the couch. She's in that bed. She's in the other room right now. But we don't speak.
No.
You want a lemon?
No, I'm okay, thank you.
All right, yeah. So, I called you here today, not for my own reasons, no. We'll see you next Thursday, though. Seriously, my son has been failing his class, calculus, actually. In the beginning of the year, he was doing pretty well, but now at the end of the year, he's having senioritis.
Very common disease.
It's getting so tough to motivate him. You know, I feel like I have to really push him. Do you have any tips? Is there anything in the world of psychology that can help me help my son?
Actually, there is something called conditioning. You can try to condition him into improving his behaviors. There's 2 types of conditioning. One is called classical conditioning. This one was theorized by Ivan Pavlov in his famous dog experiment. For classical conditioning, you take a neutral stimulus and pair it up with an unconditional stimulus, such as getting hit, which would be the conditioned stimulus, and then this will invoke an unconditioned response, which is just a reflex. After a while of being repeatedly paired up with the neutral stimulus will then become a conditioned stimulus. That invokes a conditioned response, which is essentially the same thing as the unconditioned response. Conditioning is the other method. This was first theorized by B.F. Skinner. Operant conditioning is more of a way to get someone to quit doing something or to continue doing something. This method relies on punishing bad behaviors and rewarding good behaviors. There's 2 types of reinforcement and punishment. There is positive punishment, which is when you add negative consequences, such as a lecture to make you feel ashamed, or physical punishment. Negative punishment is when you remove something good, such as removing a phone or a toy. Positive reinforcement is giving a motive to do it better. For example, giving praise or a treat or another type of reward after every time they do the good behavior. Negative reinforcement is removing a negative thing after good behavior. For instance, removing a limit on his computer usage, or removing a limit on his phone usage, for instance. It's ridiculous. Conservatives and their fake news. I don't believe it.
Hey, son.
Hey, Dad.
So, Walter and I, we talked it out.
Talked what out?
We talked about some solutions to help get your grade up.
Okay, well, first of all, who the hell is Walter?
Dr. Gorski, the family psychologist.
Oh, I don't need to get my grades up. I don't need that class. You know this.
I understand, but I'm going to get your grade up.
But gender studies doesn't need calculus. I don't need to take that class.
It doesn't matter what it needs. What matters is you passing that class. Now, to help you, we're going to start by taking away your phone.
I can't take away my phone.
Listen, son, this is the only way I can help improve your grade without doing the assignment myself.
Ivan, that grade still isn't up.
Look, I don't need that class. I'm not going to do those
Don't
assignments.
argue with me. You're passing that class one way or another.
What are you doing? What are you doing? You can't take line. What are you doing?
You can have her back once you pass the class.
You can't take away line. What are you
Ridiculous,
no,
Ivan.
you can't do that.
Good job, Yvonne.
Thank you.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Here, you want here.
I appreciate
Got
it,
this.
man.
No, good job. Keep up the good work. Hey, Yvonne. I noticed that you've been doing well lately, so I decided to unground you and give you old line back. Keep up the good work, Yvonne.
Hey, Ricky, how's it going?
Ah, Walter. How are things?
They're fine. You know, my son has decided that he wants to become a psychologist as well. He wants to teach psychology at a local high school, Deer Valley, I believe it's called.
Yeah, I heard it was being built right now. I'm not sure when it's going to be ready, but you know, it should be an interesting experience.
Yes, I think it would be. Where's the lemons?
You see, my wife, she got custody of the lemons.
I'm sorry to hear that.
You know, I'm still going to see them on weekends at least.
Oh, well, that's always good. How's Ivan?
Ivan has been doing really well. I believe that he responded to all 4 treatments really well, but I feel like the best one for him would be positive reinforcement. Every time he completes an assignment or gets an A on the test, you know, I slip him a little $5 bill.
Whoa, you need to be a little bit careful with that. When you use money as a reward, eventually it could take away their intrinsic motivation, and then they could just lose their passion for whatever it is that they're doing, and just base it solely on getting the money reward.
You know, I did look up on that. You know, when I was training my lemons, I looked at that. You know, he could lose his intrinsic motivation, as you said. You know, he used to be very passionate about his education. You know, he wanted to major in gender studies, which I find ludicrous.
In this economy?
Yes. You know, he was really passionate about that, but, you know, like you said, if I give him too much money, he may start doing it just for the cash.
So maybe I think that you should try to find a different reward. Maybe just give him more praise whenever he does good on an assignment, or just find a different type of reward.
That's also possible. Yes, I don't want him to lose sight of his goals, as meaningless as they are.
True enough. Dad, I want to thank you for straightening me out. I really do appreciate it. But as you know, my gender studies degree got me nowhere. Got no job, so I'm gonna go fight the lemons now.
Son, wait. Hey, I want you to have this. Your grandfather slayed many grapefruits in the Great Citrus War. I want you to take this and take back our country.
I will, Dad. I will.
Make me proud.
How much longer are you gonna make it?